Hey everybody, this is TJR. The other day, I did a video discussing the anniversary re-release of After the Gold Rush by Neil Young. And I described it as doing an anniversary re-release the wrong way. So in fairness, I thought I should also talk about and show some examples of where I felt these type of anniversary re-releases were done in the right way. And so I want to show some of these to you here. But first, um, a little bit of recollection. I remember the beginning of the CD era. And at that point in time, classic rock albums that came prior to the CD era, when they first began to release them on CD, they just took the original, they just basically transferred the audio from the original tape source and just transferred it to CD. And that was really it. Then, however, we started to see them re-released as mastered for CD. So now they were beginning to do a little pre-production work to just kind of help take advantage of the CD format and enhance the audio, a little bit more and give you a better listening experience, removing that tape hiss, So that happened. And then after that, anything else, if it was released again, we'd read about it being remastered for CD, remastered, a new remastering of it, an improvement, hopefully. However, though, during those early days, it was just the album at first, but then we'd start to see these get released or re-released again with a few extra bonus tracks, nothing major or huge, but eventually this led to larger productions. And eventually we began to get to the point where we are now, where we have multiple configurations. We've got the single CD, we've got the deluxe editions, the super deluxe editions, which have huge price tags on them. Now, for this video, I only want to talk about the more commonly purchased single CD and two CD sets, or what are sometimes referred to as the deluxe editions, since I get the feeling that by and large, this is what the majority of us buy. The super deluxe editions are for the hardcore fans, and I have bought a couple super deluxe editions in my day. But I think for the most part, we tend to purchase just the single or two CD versions of these re-releases. So I'm going to start by showing you a copy of Are You Experienced? This is from the 2010 remasters. They did this with all the albums, his three albums. They also included his posthumous fourth album as well when they did this series here. Now, these were released in expanded packaging. This is Digipack, and it folds out three ways. And yeah, I know the whole virtual background does a number here when I try to open this up for you here. You get two discs. The first one is the actual album remastered. The second disc here, no bonus tracks, but a DVD documentary of the making of the album. Also, there were these booklets here that had lots of extra photos, lyrics, liner notes, historical notes, lots of memorabilia. And when I say memorabilia, I mean photos of memorabilia. Everything from, depending on which one of these you bought, maybe you got to see some alternate versions of the cover. Maybe you got to see some handwritten lyrics. Maybe you got to see photos of some of the 45 single releases, various things like that. And when we refer to memorabilia. And so these were very nice. And they didn't sell them for that much more than a single CD release. These sold, I remember, for like $9.99. And if you went to the Target stores here in the United States back when they were released, and you bought three or more, you got a Target gift card for $5. I mean, they were really affordably priced, and you got a really nice package in return with a DVD, telling you about the album and a bonus booklet. Well worth it. Another similar example would be the Bad Company re-releases. They didn't do this with every album, but they did it with specific albums that they felt, I want to say warranted it, but what I really mean is the record company felt that these would sell. People would be willing to pay for these ones if they did them in expanded releases. And these came in similar packaging to the Hendrix ones I just showed you. They came also with expanded booklets, giving you more information, more photos, that sort of thing. And they came with 2 discs, one being the original album remastered, and the other being a bonus disc of new audio material. And on this one, I remember the bonus tracks. The original album was 8 tracks, but the bonus discs had 14 tracks on it. So they gave you a lot for your money. I think they charged a little bit more for these than they did the Hendrix ones, but not too much more. It was reasonable. Here was the Black Sabbath reissues, and I say reissues, not remasters. And this is interesting. I should tell you about these here, because what happened is these were not anniversary re-releases. These were not remasters. They were not advertised as such. These came out in 2016, and they all featured an older remaster from just a few years ago. I think it was 2014. This fact was not hidden in any of the press materials regarding this reissuing of the entire catalog. The main reason for this reissue was because of the reunion tour. And so a few of the albums were, once again, in this kind of deluxe packaging, 2 CDs, the album, and then a disc of bonus material, expanded booklets with lots of photos, memorabilia, just like the others I showed you here. Very similar type of thing. These also maybe about $15 when they came out, not asking too much more, not as inexpensive as the Hendrix ones, but not asking you too much more. And then there were the single CD reissues. These just had, the single CD and digipack. The packaging had never been released in this kind of packaging before, but it did include the booklet, which had, once again, new historical liner notes, lots of photos of memorabilia, that sort of thing. And these were nice too. Now these, obviously, if you had bought the 2014 remasters, then these might not be worth it to you. But for someone like me who was still carrying around his copies in jewel cases that he bought back in the 80s, these were a very affordable upgrade because these were selling for like anywhere from like $6 to $8 each, like $6.99, sometimes even a little less depending on where you look. These were really affordably priced. So they were an easy, affordable upgrade. Had they charged $10 or more, I might not have done it. But when they're charging less than $10, okay, I'm going to pop for this and upgrade my older copies. And I got rid of my older copies. But yeah, here's doing the single edition the right way. Another great version of doing just the single album as a re-release anniversary, with a remaster, were the 2009 Beatles stereo remasters. These were done extremely well. Once again, you had these here in deluxe packaging, and they came with a booklet, an extended booklet here that featured, of course, once again, new historical liner notes. Any original liner notes were also included, lots of extra photos. The CDs, like I said, it was just a single album. They didn't come with any bonus tracks, but they did come with a little mini documentary about the making of the album that you would play on your CD-ROM. Remember when people had CD-ROMs? And but it was the Beatles, and this catalog had not been remastered in over 10 years. So the audio difference was striking if you compared them. These only sold for about $9.99. I remember, once again, went to Target store. These were $9.99. And so, yeah, they were not asking too much more for a good upgrade in the audio quality, one that was certainly deserved, hadn't been done in over a decade, and expanded, much nicer packaging than the original jewel case versions when they first came out. So yeah, this was doing it the right way. And I think a lot of it has to do with the price points. One of the better Rolling Stones reissues was this one here for Sticky Fingers. And let me open this up here real quick and kind of show it to you here. This one kind of blew me away. This was in a, once again, expanded digipack, and it came with 2 discs. The first being the album, the second being alternate takes, demos, and live concert performance audio as well. And so these, yeah, once again, really well done. Oh yeah, and you did get a nice booklet with it too. Here's the booklet. Lots of photos, and memorabilia, but not a whole lot in the way of any kind of historical liner notes. That's one thing about a lot of the Rolling Stones reissues that aren't super deluxe that I do have an issue with. They don't do that, but this was still really, really well done and affordable. But here was the real killer thing. If you bought the Target Store Edition, it came with this special mail-in offer to get the vinyl version free. You just, I'm not mail-in offer, online. You just went online, and I'm sorry, I'm old school, mail-in. You just went online and you just put in a special code, I guess. I forget how they did it, but you just had to show proof of purchase that you bought this, and you got a vinyl copy sent to you free. And it was not a cheap, like, knockoff vinyl. It was 180-gram vinyl. Really nice, and that was like a no-brainer to get this. It was a no-brainer without it, but with it, it was really a no-brainer. Anyways, though, so yeah, so this is doing it right. And one thing I want to make perfectly clear, you may be getting the impression from this video that it's all about the extras and the gewgaws, and it's not. Well, maybe it is a little, but what it's really about is how much do those extras increase my appreciation of the original album? Those historical notes, those new liner notes, the bonus tracks, how good are those bonus tracks? How much do they improve and enhance my appreciation of the original album? And that is what I think a re-release should do. Beyond just giving you, hopefully, an enhanced audio experience, an upgrade, they should give you enough extra supplementary material to increase your appreciation. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours, and please, tell me about some of the better anniversary reissues you've picked up. Not the big super deluxe editions. I know I bought them myself, but once again, that's probably only 25% or less of the artists that I follow. Everybody else, about 75%, it's going to be these either single or 2 CD reissues. So, even the single CD reissues of some of those Black Sabbath albums and the Beatles albums still increased my appreciation. So tell me about your experiences with these single and 2 CD sets, these anniversary releases, and what ones you thought were particularly well done. And if you want to mention some bad ones, go right ahead, because that helps everybody to better understand what they want to purchase. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you like what I'm doing, please click like, click subscribe, smash the bell notification icon so you can know when I release new videos. I want to thank everybody who is sharing these videos on social media. And I want to thank my patrons who are helping me make more videos. And patron supporters get access to special behind the scenes content available nowhere else. And they get to help suggest what my larger, more in-depth analysis videos are going to be. And once again, if you'd like to be a patron supporter, there's a link you can check out, but you don't have to. If you just click like and subscribe, that is a huge thing too. And I thank you. Take care, everybody. Hope you all stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.